Hey, this is Lewis from Wubba Lubba Web Dev, helping you be the best web designer, developer, and entrepreneur that you could possibly be. And today we're talking about Contact Form 7. Working with Contact Form 7 can be a huge blunder if you don't know how to install it properly. So we're going to be going over how to install it, how to troubleshoot it, how to customize it, how to design it, how to troubleshoot when you don't get email properly or doesn't send or receive email properly, and some safeguards with that, integrations and captcha. So let's get started. Let's dive in. This is going to be awesome. All right, so how do we install Contact Form 7? How do we get started? Pretty sure you probably already know, but in case you don't, go to plugins, search for Contact Form 7. We install that bad boy. Click activate. Also, as you saw, it's lowered in rating a little bit. That's probably because it's just, there's much easier alternatives out there. But if you are using Salient or the theme that I'm using, you don't have to be using Salient to be going through this tutorial. But if you are, it could look really beautiful pretty quickly. You just have to know what to do, where to grab code, and where to fit it in. But that's how you install it, okay? So how do we set up some really cool fields? I'm going to link this page here. This is Contact Form 7. This is the Salient documentation. And there's two really cool blocks of code that you should get familiar with. That way you can kind of edit and do different things that you want to do. Okay, so we'll start here. Let's create a new page. And again, I'm using Salient, so I'm going to use WP Bakery Builder. Salient uses WP Bakery Page Builder. You don't have to do this. You can do it on whatever, and you just need to know wherever to place the code. Just to place the code wherever you need to. So let's just add a quick text block really quickly. Okay, I'm going to add this coding, not to here. Don't know why I'm taking y'all here. Sorry. You need to add it into the contact form here. Contact forms. This is a general contact form. And this is where I think people probably mess up the most. So you command control all. Oops. Copy that. Fit that in there. And check this out. Look how awesome it is right out the gate. But it is probably not fully complete. And I'll show you why in a second. Go back to your page builder, whatever it is. Click Save Changes. Use that shortcode. And boom. That looks pretty good right out the bat. That's why I love Salient. It just looks fantastic right off the bat. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. So we want this one. We want that look. Okay. So what do? We go add another contact form. Contact form 2. Control all that. Command all. Boom. Place it in there. Save it. Grab the shortcode. And let's add another easy one. Let's see. Just do a normal text block. Pour the shortcode in that bad boy. Yeah. Look at that. It's beautiful right out the gate. Love it. Okay, so what if we don't want the name on there? What if we just want the or what if we don't want the phone number? We just want name and email address, which is a lot. So so the first thing we do is, because a lot of people like this inline look, and I like it too. I think it's very professional. So you have to go into the code here, and you have to see how the div is. The div is what is separating everything. Div class, div here. Here's the other div here. And so look for phone number Okay, that's that div. And just delete that portion out. Eliminate that space. Check everything. And that should be good. I'm going to click publish. Now I'm going to, yep, there you go. Okay, pretty cool. So let's see. And let's see, I want to center that because I don't think that's, wait, that is completely centered. Full width background, middle, and then center. I'm not sure if that'll completely center it. I think what we need to do, put that in there. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm changing the row layout, so it can't help but be centered. Boom. Okay, so that row layout is what gives us that space here. It makes it look good and neat. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Now let's say, you know, we want to change the contact us to subscribe. Okay, look for the inline field where it says submit. Change the actual value field there. Okay, these are special classes also you need to be aware. If you know CSS, these are special classes. Be very careful. Sometimes if you are if you just, like, if that happens, then it's gonna mess up the page. It's gonna mess up the form. So you want to be very careful with what you're doing in here. And I would recommend, you know, saving a lot. If you're new to it, I would recommend to, if the code is working, to make sure to copy the code and place it in your notes. That way you have different versions. Because believe me, there's nothing more frustrating than it not working. And then you don't know how where your place is, because sometimes if you do Command Z and you went off the page for just a bit, it will not work anymore, and you can't really. There's no undo button here, which is probably another reason why people are flocking to other plugins a little bit. So the other thing, let's just see if we want the email address in there, out of there. So we will. I'm going to copy that just so I can replace it. Boom. See what happens when we save there. I think that's I'm pretty sure I need to keep that inline form right there. I got to keep that and see. Yep. Okay, that's correct. So that's the other thing you have to notice. Be careful. You need to keep this main div class inline form class. You have to keep that, because if you can't just, sometimes what I did at one point, see I can't Command Z, so that's the other thing you got to be careful with. Like I said, I mean, it doesn't, you know, keep your own versioning of it, because there's no place where it keeps your versioning. You're just gonna have to, like, do it yourself. This is what keeps the form really intact. This is what keeps it inline. Okay. So this is the form. This is the class that keeps it intact. That's what keeps it inline. Okay. Now, let's see. So that is like the easiest way to customize it, to make it look really nice. This is just for Salient, though, unfortunately. So this is just only if you have the Salient theme. But if you don't have the Salient theme, then you'll have to either do CSS yourself, or, you know, it just inherits the theme itself. So, but you know, the rest of this video is still going to be very helpful for people who don't use Salient at all. we can just create a new form. Oh wait, actually, before that, let's see. I'm just gonna keep it like that. All right, you know what? I'm gonna redo that type. Oops. I'm gonna save that because I do like the way that looks. Actually, I'm gonna save that. Okay. Now, this is very important. I'm gonna go back in a little bit, but you need to make sure that you change all of this. Okay. This is the biggest thing. I want you got to pay really close attention to this. Really close. So you see these fields. Okay. These need to, for if you want to see the name of that person and the email of that person, you have to copy these and place it into here. There is no message. Think about it. Did we have a message box? Is there a message box here? Anywhere? No, there is not a message box. So what I've done mistakenly sometimes is I've forgotten to do this, and unfortunately, it has, it's not sent emails correctly. It's only sent. It literally just sends your message. That's it. It doesn't send anything else, which is a travesty and really embarrassing to if you have clients that you're doing this for. Okay, really embarrassing. You don't want to do that. You want to delete that, save that, and now it will work. And it can, site admin email if it's the right email. You can also do. This doesn't even have to have. Let's see. It doesn't have to have the brackets, by the way. I know some things are weird. Some things will work, some things won't work. That doesn't need to have the brackets. This needs to have your proper from name and proper email address. Make sure you do. This has to be in the brackets. I know, very weird. I'm sorry, but it's just how it works. Oh, right. Okay. So this is the other thing, is that it needs to be LMB Productions test. So yeah, okay. So you see how it went away? That's actually, I'm really happy that came up. With Contact Form 7, you can't send from a weird alias or from like something that's not in the domain. You see how mine says salienttest.lmbproductionstest.com? It needs to be test.com as a from. And you'll see it go away in just a second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's, that's a little bit of a wonky thing. These do have to have the brackets there, just so you know. This doesn't have to. Save that bad boy. Boom. Okay. Now, so if we refresh, we test it. Brago to Lewis at LMB. Lots of Lewis going on right now. Subscribe. Thank you for your message has been sent. Okay, where do we edit this? What if we want to say thank you so much for your subscription? Go to messages. So I was on mail. Go to messages, and these are all the things. You for the most part, you don't really need to do any of that unless you want to be cheeky on any of them and say something weird. But this, usually you do want to say at least something different. You can say like thank you for subscribing. Yeah, save. Now if we go back, right? Oops. Subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Yay. Okay, cool. That works. Now, you're probably never going to use this. It's just for, code snippets. So that is generally how you customize a form quickly and everything, especially if you're using Salient. But and of course, if you're not using Salient, I'm sorry. You can just I'll just make sure that you can just skip that. I'll make sure to put a sign to skip if you don't want to do that. But But the biggest thing that you do need to be aware of is that regardless, if you create new fields like text, email, URL, or any of that, you will have to change that inside of Mail. So you will have to add this. So let me just give you another example here. Let's see, what do we want to do? Text. Okay, let's just create another field, and then so what I'm doing is I'm changing the, so what I'm doing is I've duplicated this class here so that it'll just carry on with that awesome inline and beautiful look. I'm gonna highlight this, and let's say I want to do like a text, no, not a text area, just like a text field actually. So I'm going to just delete that, leave that there, text field. And we can make it required or any of that. Use this text as a placeholder. Message. Insert. Okay. Now let's see how that looks. Save. Awesome. Okay, that worked. Now, when you see this, though, okay, when you see this, you have to go to Mail and see. Did you see this new message popped up? You have to copy that, and you have to paste that in there. Okay, you cannot just leave that there, or else you will not get whatever information they input. So for everything you add, you have to make sure that you copy that tag that appears and paste that in there. Okay, that's just the way it goes. Unfortunately, it doesn't do it automatically, and that right there will save you a world of hurt. A world, I promise you. Let's go to add new. Let's add a few integrations real quick. Let's go to Mailchimp 7. There's a really nice Mailchimp one for contact form 7 somewhere. Yeah, this one right here. This is the best one. It will do you no wrong. It might do you some wrong, but hopefully it won't. That's great. Okay, now before I do that, let's add another plugin. Let's say something goes wrong, or your client messes with something and they're like, oh my god, I can't see anything. I can't see the messages. Something happened. Install this plugin, Flamingo. And now that's going to pop up right underneath, or right above the contact form. Right, and now when you go to inbound messages, you will see. So let's put in another form here. Lewis Borrego Lewis, and then testing that test. Yeah. Okay, wait, hold on. Right there, test, yeah. Now, we should, when I refresh, we should see, and wouldn't you know it, it's there. That's awesome. Now click into this, and you should see everything. Testing that test, your email, your name. Beautiful. So, if you're like, I need to make sure that we get the messages no matter what, This is a fail-safe option. This will save your butt, I promise you. If nothing else fails, they may be mad because they didn't receive it promptly, which is still not good, which is why you want to go through all this, and I promise if you just follow the directions, you'll be fine. But on the off chance it still doesn't work, you need to make sure that you get Flamingo. Okay? So let's go to integrations. Actually, before that, let me just show you the Mailchimp extension real quick. So to activate Mailchimp, you need to go to Edit. Then you need to go to Chimpmatic Lite, and then all you need to do is enter your API key here, connect and fetch your audiences, and it works like a charm. It's awesome. Very, very good plugin. Very, very good. Okay, so let's go to integration, and then set up integration for reCAPTCHA, and then I'm gonna go to this site key real quick. I don't think this is the good link for it. No. Let's see. Nope, this is not a good link. I don't know why. They make it super hard. I'm going to supply my own link to you. Give me one moment. Okay, so I will supply this link for you in the description. That way you can go straight to it and you don't have to bother with any of that stupid crap. I don't know why he makes it so hard, or no, I don't know why he didn't. Anyways, we'll just do a test here. Site captcha v3 because it's amazing, and then we are going to go and copy this link here, take off the HTTP because Google doesn't like that, accept, submit, and boom, test site has been registered. Very good. Go back, copy and paste these codes, save changes, and when we go to the front of the site, we should see a captcha on the bottom right. We do. Sweet. Great job. Great job, everyone. Very good. Okay. And yeah, I think that's just about it. I wanted to make it short and sweet for y'all. I just want to make it short and sweet. I just wanted to make sure that you knew different tricks and modes and stuff. The biggest thing, though, really, is you really got to understand that, seriously, do not forget about what I told you about the mail side here. This, you just do not want to forget it, and set it up the way I set it up. Okay? It will work, I promise you. You just have to do it. Do it correctly. Okay? And whenever you add a new form or any of these, always add this. Copy and paste these into there, and you will be good. You will be golden. You'll be golden, I promise you. Okay? So, I hope that helps. I believe in you. You're amazing. And, comment with any questions or anything at all. So